Join us now for Education Matters, a weekly look at the real people and real stories in education across North Carolina.
Welcome to Education Matters, presented by the Public School Forum of North Carolina. I'm Keith Poston. In 2017, the Institute for Emerging Issues asked thousands of people across the state to identify the biggest issues facing North Carolina. Now, while many different issues surfaced, there was a common theme. People in North Carolina are feeling more disconnected than ever, and they want to do something about it. So IEI launched a 3-year initiative called Reconnect North Carolina, and we're lucky to have the Emerging Issues Institute's director, Leslie Boney, with us today to talk about what they've done and what they've learned so far. And then later in the show, our guest is the Wake County School Board member, Keith Sutton, who has some news that he wants to share with us about his future plans. Before we tackle our main topics, we open with EdLines, our quick scan of education headlines across North Carolina and the U.S. North Carolina used to receive a 10% salary increase for achieving master's degrees, the teachers did. The state legislature eliminated that in 2013. Now there's a new bill with bipartisan support to bring it back, at least for some teachers. Senate Bill 28 would restore master's pay for teachers as long as they get their degree in a subject that they're teaching. Restoring extra pay for advanced degrees was among the messages from the thousands of educators who marched in Raleigh last May. A small private Christian school in Halifax County has been given the green light by the State Board of Education to convert to a charter school. The vote means that Hobgood Academy would receive more than $2 million a year in state funds, up from the $37,800 a year it gets now through the state's private school voucher program. Now, Hobgood Academy was one of the dozens of private academies that sprang up in the state after the courts ended school segregation. Hobgood has historically enrolled about 95% white students in a county that's only about 40% white. School leaders say they need the money that comes from being a charter school to remain viable. Finally, a school safety commission created by Governor Roy Cooper following last year's school shooting in Parkland, the anniversary is actually this week, is recommending that every school in North Carolina have an armed police officer or school resource officer on campus. The report says that if permanent funding isn't deemed viable, then the state should push the issue in elementary schools first. Remember, you can visit the Public School Forum's website at ncforum.org, click on Education Matters, and read more about each of these headlines as well as the other topics we cover each week.